but I do also want to say, because we are living in what I call the new world, you have to have, as a leader, you have to look at everyone. And by everyone, that means see everyone. And that can be hard sometimes because some of our own stuff gets in the way. Again, our trauma can get in the way of us seeing someone or seeing a particular group of people for who they are. And even with this month being Pride Month, this is a time for us to really take a step back from maybe the communities that we may associate with most, and start looking at the margins, right? Who's most marginalized in society, right? It's our trans Black women, right? Let's take a look and see what that looks like, right? Look at the people who have the least protection, quote unquote, under the law, right? Look at the people who have less resources, right, to heal, or, to quote unquote lift themselves up from their bootstraps, right? What if they don't have boots, right? How do you say that? You know what I mean? And so it's very, very important that we always look to the margins. We always say, oh, look from the top down. No, when you lift, I like to work out. And one of the things that they tell you in working out is you bend down, you get low first. You don't just stand up straight and lift. You'll pull something, you'll hurt something, right? But if you lift from the bottom up, you're able to lift the weight with a little bit more ease, right? And with more support. I think that's the biggest piece, is support. So if you work from the bottom up, that's really how, one, you heal community, and two, that's really how we're able as a community who is seeking to be in the new world, right? Who wants to live in this new world where there's enough for everyone. That's how you have to look at it. That's the frame of mind, right? That's the vision you need to have, right? Especially if you want to serve, right? Especially if you want to serve. And it does good to serve those who already have, right? That's kind of defeats the purpose of helping and serving. And so you want to be able to serve those who are on the margins first, right? One of my favorites is the first shall be last and the last shall be first. I truly believe that. And I think we have an opportunity here in this new world, right? We've seen, even with this pandemic, how the most marginalized were the most affected by it, right? It wasn't those who had, healthcare. They were fine. Wasn't those who had access, to healthy foods, right? They were fine. Those who had sustainable housing, they were fine, right? But what about those who are on the margins, who weren't able to have just the basics, right? Those are the people that we need to be focusing most of our attention on. And not to say that people who don't have trauma and things going on, and there's a way to serve them, but you serve them by serving from the bottom up. And eventually, when you do that, then things become what we would like to see: equitable, right? That's what we want. We don't want equality per se. You want equity, right? Equity is much better. I think it serves everyone for a greater purpose, right? When we look at it from that standpoint. So